Welcome back to What Do You Think of This? I'm Jeff Abiad. This is Josue Escobar.
Hello, everybody.
As always, we are taking an honest look at your best nostalgic recommendations.
Yes.
Today is no exception. This is a mini-sode.
Yes.
People now, if they've been following, we have turned the flaw into a feature.
A flaw into a feature.
Well, because last week, if you paid attention the last 2 weeks, we had fun talking about the Monte Cristo.
Yeah, we had a little bit of technical difficulties there.
Nope, it was a feature.
Okay, yeah. And we're calling it a feature.
We're bringing back the mini-sode.
I think we should do that from now. People should do that from now on.
What's that?
When anybody has a flaw, just call it a feature.
That is what we do.
Let's do that now.
I try and teach this, like, and you may know this, working with other musicians, especially oftentimes being the guy in the front of the stage. I'm like, if an accident happens, just the face says no accident happened.
Yeah, you featured it.
Everybody else will figure it out.
But in conversation, though, it's like, hey, that note that you featured while we were playing.
That you featured.
That was, maybe we want to feature something a little bit different,
Like that.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do now.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
Okay,
like, that seasoning you put on that spaghetti there.
That you featured.
I'd like to try a different feature next time. I like that.
I like that a lot.
I'm going to start doing that with people.
I know. I don't want to forget this because I think that's a really good idea. So for this little short episode today, I have a great quiz for you that's going to tease what next week's topic is going to be, which is very thematic, and I'm really excited about it because it's a big nostalgic thing for me. Okay?
Cool. All right.
So we're going to start off things today by talking about hockey. How much do you know about hockey, Josue?
A little bit. I mean, it's very similar to soccer.
Sure.
Or football.
How would you say it's similar?
Well, you've got goalies.
Yes.
You got goals, right? You got a puck, but in soccer you have a ball.
That's true.
And you have to pass it between your. It's a really team-based whatever.
Also true.
And you're passing it around. You're only using your stick. You can't use your hand or whatever. Soccer, you can only use your feet. Really strategic. And a point is a point.
Yeah.
Not a basket is 3 points or 2 points.
Right.
Or
it's pretty clear. It's in the goal.
Yeah.
1 point.
A touchdown is 6 points. Is it 6 points?
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. What?
I was explaining to my son the other day that when you shoot in basketball, it's called a field goal. And they did not, more than one of my kids did not believe me.
Yeah.
Like, that's football, Dad. Like, because I'm the dummy, because I'm old now. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But when you shoot and you're not, it's called a field goal.
Yeah.
And it's not a free throw. They don't believe me.
But yeah, you have fouls. You can foul your opponent, you stop the game, and you reset. So
okay, let's start. The terminology deviates a little bit, especially when you get to things like icing.
Or like penalties. If you have a penalty box, and a penalty in soccer, you have to it's a penalty. You have to kick it into the, So
okay.
It's different.
Well,
but, I mean, similar.
I didn't grow up watching or playing really soccer or any sports. We've talked.
Any sports.
I played a lot of sports, but my family didn't. We didn't watch them. So my year of football was in like 4th grade, and I got thrown out there with some pads, not knowing any of the rules.
Did you get demolished?
No, I was great at knocking people over, but I probably not according to the rules, which actually will apply when we get to talking about what we're talking about today. So I was the same way with hockey. First hockey game I went to, I'm sitting in the stands and I have no idea why people are excited or mad besides when the puck goes into the net.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, and I'm like, what happened? Where's the rule? How many lines are there? Can we not cross them? Okay. So
funny.
So I've got a hockey themed game to test the audience and your Josue knowledge about hockey infractions.
Oh my gosh. Fractions.
Yeah.
Like a 3/4 of a stick
It's exactly right.
Oh no.
The game is called What Is Your Signal?
Okay. Oh, okay.
And I'm spelling it SIN-GNAL, like your sin, because it's a hockey infraction.
Wow.
I'm trying too hard with these, but I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm going to be proud of it for at least a week. Okay, so I've got some questions below, and here's the general idea. I'm going to give you a description of the signal that the referee makes. Okay, on the arena, and you, as the viewer, are going to have to know what just happened.
What rule? Okay, cool. Okay,
and I'm going to give you multiple choice. So one of these things is going to be the real penalty. Or
one
signal.
of these things is not like the other. It just popped in my head.
I know it. We know it. The second, or one of these things. One is a real penalty.
Okay.
One is a real thing, but it's not the signal I'm giving.
Oh.
And then the last is just made up.
Okay.
Okay, so they're going to be shuffled in order. It's not always going to be A, but the real answer will be in there.
Okay.
A real thing that is not the right answer will be in there, and a completely fake thing is thrown in there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to get better at this game show hosting, and I think I'm getting worse.
Game show hosting. Is this what we're doing now?
Yeah.
Game show hosting.
Yeah, it's really involved. Okay, so signal number 1. The ref quickly slaps one elbow with the palm of his opposite hand like he's smacking away an invisible mosquito.
Well, yeah, but how would he? Of course, opposite hand. How would he do it?
Well,
with
I'm
one
just
hand?
describing it for the listeners. Okay? Option A is elbowing.
Okay, that
B,
makes a lot of sense.
Icing.
Ugh, man.
C, cross-lining.
Where's the do?
I know. I have a pen today, so I can actually keep track of what points you have.
You know, I'm just gonna go with instinct and go elbowing.
Elbowing is correct. That's when a player uses their elbow a little enthusiastically, enthusiastically.
Isn't that all hockey though? Just smash people around.
That's I feel like the hard thing about hockey is figuring out what fighting and attacking one another is allowed versus not. You kind of feel it out as you go. There are real hard and fast rules.
That's crazy. I mean, we talked about this the other day where you can fight as long as and the coach won't intervene. Not the coach, the ref won't intervene unless someone hits the ground.
Hit the ground, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's great.
Just stay on your feet, bro. Let's just keep fighting.
You get tired. At some point, you just lay down. I'm done. All right, signal number 2. The ref crosses his arms in front of his chest like he's giving himself a cold weather hug.
Like this or like this?
You gotta get fists.
Fists.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Option A, lane blocking.
Okay.
B, interference. C, boarding.
I'm going to go with my instinct again. Interference.
That is an interference. Do you know which one of those options was fake?
Boarding? What was the last one?
You have A was lane blocking and
blocking.
C was boarding.
I want to say lane blocking.
Am I giving away? I'm
No.
trying not to give a facial expression.
Lane blocking.
You're right. That is fake.
Yeah, because they're like, what lane?
You know, I don't know. I'm not even going to make it up. It's
Yeah,
fake.
okay.
Yeah.
It's fake.
Yeah. So the ref crossing his arms is essentially his way of saying, stop holding people who aren't involved in the play.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know if that's really what he's saying. Just don't interfere. Signal number 3. The ref plants both fists near his chest and shoves them away like he's pushing open 2 heavy doors. Okay.
Okay.
Option A, cross-checking. Option B, unnecessary stick extension. Option C, charging.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go again with my instinct, charging.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, Josue, that's actually the wrong answer.
Oh, gosh. Okay, cool.
The real answer was cross-checking.
Cross-checking. Okay.
Yep. It involves forcefully pushing or hitting an opponent with a stick held between both hands. Kapow!
Whoa. Okay, I can see how that can
Be a
really
problem.
hurt.
It could be a
That
problem.
can really hurt right there.
Unnecessary stick extension was a fake one.
Oh, really? Okay. Wait, so the other one is a real thing.
Charging, yeah.
Charging. Okay, but
Yeah,
it's a different signal.
It is a different signal. That's correct. Okay. Signal number 4. The ref does a single downward chop on his forearm with the opposite hand like he's slicing a giant carrot.
Okay.
Option A, misconduct.
Okay.
Option B, slashing. Option C, blood on the ice.
Well, it's not blood on the ice
I mean,
because that one would be.
yeah, well, it's like the blade cut into somebody's flesh.
Okay, well, the other 2 options
Was misconduct or slashing?
I want to say slashing.
I want to say you're correct.
Yeah.
Slashing is right. It's when a player swings or threatens to swing their stick at an opponent in a forceful way, contact or not.
Cray.
Okay, that's 3 out of
messed
4.
up.
You're
That's
doing
messed
well.
up.
It is messed up. Hockey's a good time, man. We're all having fun here. Signal 5.
That's why they wear all those pads.
Yeah. Did you notice, like, if you watch older hockey stuff, certainly when they don't have like the visor in front of their face, or way back in the day, they don't have the helmets even. And they show stuff like that. And
That's
you're like,
crazy.
It's like football, you know, the evolution and the size of human beings playing hockey now. You better have a stinking helmet.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
They're all losing teeth.
Yeah.
It's no joke.
Some strong people back then.
Yeah. We live in a hockey town, you know, sort of. I mean, there's a lot, you know, that's why, obviously.
Yeah.
And I have 4 children. You know them. You've met them. And for every one of them, our local hockey club, the Capitals, will outfit your kid with head-to-toe hockey gear and an initial lesson. You just have to sign up for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I cannot convince my wife to get on board. I'm like, the pads it's all free. She's like, yeah, but what if one of them loses their fingers? That's the big fear.
What if one of them loses?
It's not even losing teeth. It's not breaking an arm. It's somebody's going to have a hand on the ice and another person is going to skate over it.
Wow.
Which I'm still not sure if that's possible.
It might be. I don't know.
What do you think would be the signal for that? Lost fingers.
What is it? I'm like facing the camera.
I show that thumb trick to my kids all the time. You got to really put some effort into it. Like, it doesn't work with your thumb. You have special thumbs.
I got it back.
No, here, watch this. I can do it. I've practiced a lot. Ready? Oh, you can't see. Yeah.
There it is.
All right, we lost track here. Signal number 5. The ref hooks one arm into a fish hook shape and pretends to reel it in.
That's really a thing. Whoa. Okay. I see.
The description may be a little bit misleading, but here I'm giving it to you if you want.
I see it. Yep. Boom. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Option A.
Because the stick hooks. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny you say that. Option A, cross holding. Wow.
Cross holding is more like. Sorry.
I like this. We should develop one of those like illustrated sheets that's just us, like a referee, doing all of these fake ones. I have to put that out. Option B, hooking. Option C, boarding.
I'm going to go with hooking, Jeffrey.
Hooking, and you would be correct. Ooh. You have any guess what hooking means?
That means when an opponent is like skating away from you and you use your stick to hook their like leg back, or like just like hook them like you would like a sheep or something, whatever, pull them back.
Or one of those giant things that they would use on stage when we were kids, and you would see those things. They pull somebody off stage, but far more aggressive. Yes,
that's pretty much what that is. That's what that is.
Yeah,
you hooked somebody's leg.
That exaggerating fishing motion. Who fishes like that?
No.
You tried to reel him in without a fishing permit. 2 minutes in the box.
2 minutes for hooking.
Womp, womp, womp.
In the penalty box. Isn't there a sound that goes to the penalty box? Like, or something like that?
No. I mean, every arena does its own, thing, but not like when you score a goal.
Right on.
Signal number 6. We're nearing the end here of this quiz, if you were wondering. The ref jabs both hands forward at waist level, like he's thrusting an imaginary sword into the air. Okay. Option. I want to signal this one, but I'm not sure if I know it. So I'm just going to leave it as a description. Option A, spearing. Option B, interference. I'm not even going to try. Option C, premature breakout.
Huh.
So he's got both hands forward at waist level, like he's thrusting an imaginary sword in the air. I think it's like this. I think where hooking is this. I think this is supposed to be the opposite. So is it spearing? Is it interference? Or is it premature breakout?
I think spearing. I'm going to just call it spearing.
And what do you imagine spearing is?
When you use your stick to spear somebody?
Yeah, that's exactly, you're right. And you're right.
You're like trying to push them over with the stick, basically.
Truly, hockey is a very simple sport. Spearing.
I mean, those guys get knocked around a lot. I don't know if they're doing many complicated equations. Or like...
I will say, I want to go on record, by the way, we're going to get into this, that hockey is a very complicated, athlete-filled sport.
Oh, for sure. You know, but like, they're not writing like crazy essays, these guys. So,
no.
Hey, what do we call this? I don't know. You speared me with it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm spending all of my effort working on my hand-eye coordination, which takes a lot.
It's kind of like engineering. Keep it simple. You know? It's a complicated thing, so why make it
add more complications
with the wording of it?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, the motion should be natural.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you speared him. What would you do? I don't know this. Sure,
exactly.
Put it in the book. Signal number 7: referee holds his arms straight up above the shoulders and then makes a short sweeping motion, like he's making a no-go zone at head height. I didn't look this one up. And I don't feel like the description is very misleading. Let me think about how this is. I'm gonna.
Well, just give me the options. I'll see if I get it.
Option A: cross lashing.
Okay.
Option B: boarding. Option C: high sticking.
Oh, man, I'm gonna go with my instinct and go with boarding.
I'm sorry. We finally got you with boarding.
Was it high sticking?
It was high sticking.
I should have gone with high sticking.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it could be high sticking, but boarding came up a few times.
You can't pull your stick above shoulder height.
Yeah.
And make contact with an opponent in a very dangerous way.
Like, dang, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Problems ensue.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here before people realize how little we know about hockey. Signal number 8.
Okay.
This is our final signal. There's a lot more, actually. But the ref places both palms in front of his chest and then forcefully extends them outward. All right, this is Jeff here, coming to you in post while editing to let you know that ChatGPT really failed us in this last one. The description you're about to hear me give Josue is absolutely the wrong signal. He did okay with the wrong hint, but I wanted to give you the right one in case you're playing at home. The signal that the referee makes in this actual infraction is punching an open palm. All right? So just keep that in mind. What I'm about to say, completely inaccurate, punching an open palm. Like he's shoving a giant invisible box.
Okay.
Okay. Is this hooking?
No.
I should have thought this through with the options. Is this boarding? Is this wall hitting?
Ooh, I mean, wall hitting is something that's allowed. So I'm going to go with boarding again.
You got it with boarding.
I knew it was going to happen.
It's when you check or you shove somebody up against the boards.
Yeah. Which is basically going up against the wall almost.
Yeah. It's essentially the same thing. The ref is saying you turn that poor opponent into a poster on the rink wall.
Wow.
Straight to the penalty box. Listen, you did very well. I'm going to count it up here and let us know in the comments how well you guys did at home. But you got 6 points out of 8.
Oh, nice.
How does that work percentage-wise? I bet I could work that out, but it's probably 8? A C.
Yeah, probably. Hey, I'm used to C.
Are you?
Yeah. If we're talking about nostalgia and, back in the day, I was a C student.
All right.
Yeah. Not completely proud of that, but still. That's the truth.
What we're talking about back in the day, because this property we're going to talk about is from the 90s. I don't know if you remember the 90s, Josue, but we've covered it a few times.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And this one was particularly influential because it actually influenced culture in a way that maybe we did all not expect.
Wait, this
movie we're going to be talking about this week. Yeah. Now, I will say, if you guys have ideas of stuff that you want us to review, you can send those to ideas at wdyt.show. That's what do you think
of this?
Simple way. Just send us a voice memo pitch. Hey, you guys should watch this.
Yep.
Because.
Super simple. Keep it simple.
How do we want to do this here? You want me to just give you my pitch first?
On
what we're going to do next week? We're already doing it. Well, let me just tell you. Okay, what we're watching is Mighty Ducks 2.
Which I was going to say, like, hockey, 90s. What was really famous in the 90s?
This is it.
There you go.
This was a cultural touchstone. If you were alive in the 90s, you know who the Mighty Ducks are.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're still a thing.
Is there a real team that are the Ducks?
We'll talk about that, Josue, next week. A little tease.
Nice. Okay.
There may have been an animated series. I don't know. Hey,
how many times had you seen this movie?
A lot. Not the most.
Yeah.
Not as many as maybe some of these other things we watched, but I've seen this a lot. And this is what I say. It's your classic Disney inspiring sports movie, but fun for kids.
I forgot that it was Disney.
Yeah, I don't know that I thought about it too much either. But yeah, we're really...
I don't think I was paying attention back in the day to what studio was making these. Because Disney did a lot of live action stuff and cartoon stuff. And, and it wasn't as in your face as it is today.
That it's Disney?
Yeah.
When this came out, I guess what it's taught me, what all this has taught me with the podcast is that I'm really into a sequel.
Yeah, you are.
Like when you love a thing and you go, they're making another one of those things. That's what this was.
Wow.
And I remember watching it as a kid going, that's even better than the first thing.
So we're watching Mighty Ducks 2, people, is what he's saying.
So we're going to watch Mighty Ducks 2. D2.
You guys should join along.
The Mighty Ducks.
Watch it.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think. Because I think I've only seen the second one maybe once or twice.
It's a shame. It's a crying shame because it's one of the best movies that exist, at least in my memory.
Right on.
And also, what I was going to say, inspired the whole nation to start rollerblading.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, rollerblading was a huge thing in the 90s.
It was a huge thing. It's the funniest thing because now, well, you know.
I never got into it.
No, you didn't. He still hasn't. But there's a rink around here and occasionally we'll take the kids. And if you ever want to surprise a group of children that you live with for 15 years, get out on the rink. And Dad straps on his own rollerblades that have been sitting in his closet, freshly greased up.
Wow.
And gets out on that rink and kids go, Dad, wow, you make that look so easy. As they all fall on their butts. Satisfying experience. We'll talk more about it next week.
That's so hilarious.
Okay, but to cap things off today, are we ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
We talked about this 2 weeks ago that I've been armed with ChatGPT and have been found very dangerous. And so I'm combining now two nostalgic things. I guess apparently both of which you were not familiar.
Yeah.
Because the other is Disney used to release these animated shorts with like goofy, an instructional video on like how the art of skiing.
The ski jump.
Stuff. So I asked ChatGPT to take that format, but give us instructions on how Disney would play hockey based on the team in this movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do this on the fly. Would you like to be host one or host two? Two? You want to be two? Because I'll kick things off and then I'll hand it over to you.
All right, cool. Let's do that.
This has instructions on camera panning and such, but we've only got the one camera.
Camera panning.
We're calling this one, ready? The Art of Youth Hockey, the Disney Way.
The Disney Way.
Welcome, sports fans, to another installment of our how-to series. Today, we're tackling the exhilarating world of youth hockey, the Disney Way.
That's right, folks, where the rules are more like suggestions. After all, who needs a referee when you've got a starry-eyed dream? Step 1, wear your protective gear, helmets, pads, mouth guards, good for your noggin.
But if you want to wow the crowd, hey, pop that helmet right off mid-play. Style points over safety, right?
I guess we'll let that one slide. In a real league, that's an automatic stoppage of play. But here in Disneyland, we're all about spectacle.
Step 2, if you're in a tense shootout, swap goalies whenever it suits you.
After all, who's counting the rules infractions? Certainly not the officials in this cartoon rink.
In real youth hockey, you'd need an injury or a timeout to do that, but hey, the element of surprise is what wins hearts, and maybe a plot device or two.
Next up, we have the art of the slash, or as some call it, cinematic drama.
Yikes, that'd be an immediate major penalty in real life, possibly an ejection.
But here, it's just another charming moment in our underdog story. Nothing says friendly competition like a little on ice assault, right?
Now let's talk big hits. Meet the Bash Brothers. Proof that in Disney hockey, fighting is half the fun.
In real youth leagues, Repeated collisions like that would lead to penalty box galore, but apparently they forgot to build the penalty box in this rink.
Finally, we come to our beloved knuckle puck. It's a showstopper. Flip the puck on its edge, scream, it's knuckle puck time!
And voila, another rule bent, especially if you yank off your helmet for dramatic effect. But who's keeping track?
And that, dear listeners, is the art of youth hockey, the Disney way.
Proof you don't really need a rule book, just big dreams, flashy moves, and maybe a healthy disregard for sports regulations.
When it comes to Disney hockey,
if you can't imagine it, you can get away with it.
That's pretty good.
That was good.
Do you feel like that sells this movie or undersells it?
I think it undersells it. Maybe. Our acting is nothing like the movie, hopefully.
Yeah, I can't compete with Emilio Estevez. He's in this.
We'll see.
All right, guys. Anything you want to say to prep the rest of us for next week before we just wrap this thing up?
No, just watch, enjoy, and honestly get back to us and let us know what you thought.
Yeah.
Because we'd like to know what you think of this.
What do you think of this? We'll talk to you guys next time.
All right. Thanks,
Bye.
Jeff. Peace out.